myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Walk with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shoot, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Beats in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
Take back what's been stolen from me, little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Check. Check, check.
I got my eyes on you, and you got no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't help myself. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. No, you wouldn't take what's not yours. If you know who I am, when the night will fall, I'll haunt your dreams. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. My name is Lane. Taking a look at the markets tonight. Are we looking a little perky or are we starting to look up just a little bit? News of the Hong Kong ETF, which a lot of people are not expecting it to start till tomorrow. It's actually already started. Is that what we need to get Bitcoin to go up? Shout out to everybody who's hanging out here with me tonight. I see a nice little group of people. Brackets Adventures, Mr. Miles, Trade Intuition, Mo's Joe over there. We got Jackson, Mr. Miles. Did I say you twice, Mr. Miles? Or aren't you just lucky? How is it going, everybody? Glad to have you all here. Make sure my microphone is on. It does appear that we are not muted, ready to go. Still always working on these dang audio things. Mr. Miles, you trying to go for 3? You got me. Gosh darn it. Did you just troll me? Did you just troll me? Somewhere on here. Man, I've been waiting to use this. Miles, did you just troll me? Let's check out the charts, man. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on. So this is a chart I've been looking at and kind of following, you know, and I can look at lots of stuff there, but we look at what we were looking at last night. Woo! And zoom out. Of course, we're on a very small time frame here, but hey, while we're here, could this possibly be just a retest off of this trend line that it broke out of? That's how I'm looking at it. I like it. I'm riding with it. I'm saying, yes, let's go with that. Because the other alternative is just chaos. We don't want chaos. But it does help us to kind of zoom out. So let's zoom out and look at Bitcoin on the boring daily like we always do. And you always should. And one of these days I'll have to throw up after seeing all this chart moving around. What? Smooth this price tag out of the way because prices just seem to get in the way of everything. Looks like we may have a secondary bounce off this trend line. That's what we're hoping for, what I'm pleading for, begging for. Still not yet convinced though, man. It's got to do a lot of things to convince me. So tomorrow morning, unless, you know, it changes its tune tonight, it could do that. You'll probably see all the to the moon thumbnails. I'm hopeful, but not quite there here on the daily. I gotta see us get above this 9 moving average. That's kind of my personal sign that we're probably going to be okay. And if we're not ever above it, I'm kind of like, I'm afraid I'm getting ready to die. So it's, you know, it's either death or okay. Price die. Not funny? Well. And so what I don't want to see is for this 9 moving average or price, mostly price. I don't give a darn about the average if we got price doing good, right? But to see price making these moving averages roll over, TradingView, you gotta tighten up your game on drawing, man. You got me drawing crooked lines. And then this one kind of just, what was that? Follows over it. That's not a good look. So we need price to come up and reclaim that. So we need a very, very bullish move out of Bitcoin. And I'm not ruling that out either because, you know, we're on the daily, right? You guys know what I'm looking at. You guys know what I'm looking at. This is my thesis, is that basically we're in a rising channel over here, breaking out and retesting it twice, and that we are kind of in an equivalent area to being kind of like right over here as far as where we are in the cycle, being above our, or in this, yeah, that was it, this area right over here, being right up against our all-time highs. So might they be trying to flush us out? I mean, there is some good news out there. And speaking of the news, we might ought to take a look at it because there's some juicy stuff that might be what we need to make us look a little bit more, just moving this chart everywhere, a little bit more like this than a little bit more down. So might what's going on in the news be the catalyst that we need to send Bitcoin back to 70,000, maybe finally hit this target that I've had up here for the longest, 78.8, you know, wherever we follow this ascending trend line there. Could that be it? Let's go take a look at the news. So today in crypto, According to the white paper released by Eigenlayer, LRT Projects is not eligible for first season phase 1 of Eigen, Pendle, or Gear. Perhaps the biggest news, though, is the Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and BTF, which is trading live as we speak. Eigenlayer will launch Eigen token with initial airdrop on May 10th. The snapshot date turns out to be March 15th. Coinbase listed the Neon EVM coin and added QCAD to its roadmap for listing on Coinbase. AEVO, according to Token Unlocks, 827 million AEVO will be unlocked on May 15th. BTRST Brain Trust has announced the release of its AI recruiting tool, Brain Trust Air. Chiliz has released the Dragon 8 hard fork on testnet and unveiled new Tokenomics 2.0. The mainnet is planned for May, and DeSo will launch Revolution POS testnet on May 1st. Clayton and Finchia has announced that they have decided to rebrand their combined foundation as Kaya. Ondo, BlackRock's on-chain fund Fiddle, has reached $350 million in assets under management. Recently, 500 million inflows driven by Ondo's OUSG. Bellows unveiled the digital gold white paper. And bankruptcy judge signs off on a $450 million FTX Voyager settlement, where FTX will relinquish rights to $450 million claimed by Voyager. Friend will launch Friend Token on May 2nd. And that is the news today. Thanks, shout out to Layer GG official over on Twitter X. Back to the Road Dog Show. Quick little plug for a Tangem wallet. If you don't have one, you want one, you want to save 10% off, well, 4-letter word, DAWG will do that just for you. Just order through the app on your phone or go to the website itself. Dog, save you 10% off on whichever card set you decide to go with. Right now they're celebrating Bitcoin Pizza Day with a special edition Tangem wallet. Yay! Get 2 sets and save $5.99 on shipping. Bitcoin, what will you do? Things are lock about Bitcoin, the chart anyway. Maybe a bounce, but we're still in this cloud. I don't like being... That's what you like, not what you don't like. Well, let's start with what I don't like. I don't like being in this big Ichimoku cloud, man. That's not good. This is no man's land. It can spit us out to the downside. I don't like being below the 9-moving average because, well, below that, we're on a bearish trend to the downside. And my strategy, we're below the 21, also below the 50. Now, we could regain those, but, talking about it's not quite as good as doing it. So show me some action, Bitcoin, and I will definitely praise you for it. But right now, I got to see something. Not seeing it. Might they be trying to scare us? Might they be trying to go for a lower low than what we had over here? They could. A lot of people also were seeing this as a horizontal. Do we have it? No, that's not it. Is this a... I'm not... Yes. Horizontal reaccumulation, Wyckoff reaccumulation. And this might have been the spring. Personally, I think if it is a Wyckoff situation, this is our low here. I would expect the spring to actually go below this. So even if you're looking at this as a Wyckoff reaccumulation, which I have no problems with, it still falls in my area. I'm just mostly, following this trend line right here that I hope doesn't break. But by the Wyckoff method, if we do get a spring, comes down below this wick level over here. I mean, what if we do come down 55, 56? We could. That would be a perfect spring for them to bring back and then jump their old creek and let's just rock and roll to the upside. So anything like that could happen. We don't want to be out of the woods of that. The only thing is the Ichimoku cloud says, yeah, I could go for that. I could go for that right now. So yeah, Ichimoku. Kind of giving us a little clue that maybe that might happen, so let's not rule it out. This has been really good for range trading and catching some orders down here. Always hoping to sell at a trend line or up at this sell zone. If we can ever make it up there, the question is, will we? Will we? That would be awesome and great and wonderful. But we come down and we look at what price is doing now, because not everybody wants to look at the daily chart. And we're not too bad. I mean, that's okay. I mean, she did reach some top levels here at this 127.141 Fibby area there, so we got that. It's not bad though. I mean, hey man, that just means a pullback, right? Right. Road Dog's in a weird mood tonight. So, we got a trend line here from these candle bodies. Seems to be respecting that pretty well. Might it continue to respect it, or might this wick be the foreshadowing of it just tumbling back down here to this area about 63,159 or lower? Well, the 21 crossing over that 50 moving average, and the fact of it being below the 9 moving average on the 4 hour kind of suggests that, hey man, she might be thinking about doing just that. However, if I'm totally wrong and we bounce off of here and we got a little 100 moving average support there,
I'm sure your dad still thinks you're great.
I'll take that as a good move. It should be a nice bounce. I will probably want to ride that train if it does it, but she breaks below this trend line, man. It could spell some confusion is what I would call it in the market. Watch her bounce. Could she? Could she bounce here? Could she? Could she? Let's keep our eyes out for Bitcoin. And looking at our indices real quick. This is kind of where the true magic and everything kind of happens, in my personal opinion. It's kind of the best ways to kind of keep your ear to the ground on the market. And we're looking over at Bitcoin dominance over here, which is finding support on, whatever channel it's got. It's got a trend line that's holding, and so it should hold until one day it doesn't. Right now, it doesn't appear to be that day. Right now, it seems to be we got to bounce off of that, and so Bitcoin dominance be going up, meaning more attention falling onto Bitcoin, more money flowing into Bitcoin rather than altcoins or anything else, right? Almost 55% there. Could be looking to get up to the high 57s. Might want to bring that sweater along. It's getting chilly. Should it be getting warmer? If it's getting warmer. Let's move on. But we also got total 3 over here where I'm playing around now. And we're just kind of at a critical area. It's always a critical area, isn't it? It's always a critical area. It always is. I like to put us in areas where either indices fear or... What's that other one? The big head. Yeah, one or the other, where you think you're afraid you're going to lose something, or you just think you got it all figured out. That's where they like to kind of keep us a lot of times, where these prices evoke some emotions. Right now we're not finding the support we need here at this area, and so we might lose a few billion. 20 billion, we've been here before. Altcoins go up and down, bouncing like a yo-yo. I'm not seeing great signs here yet for altcoins. Basically, if I can just put that out there, and still seeing the possibility that, this may have been on others. I'm down here on others now. This is also represents our altcoins. We broke out of this pattern down here and came down and, didn't even make it up to that breakout for a bearish retest before we started moving back down. And it does appear that we got a good chance to see the dominance kind of shift away from altcoins a little bit, and more than likely a little bit more back toward Bitcoin or stablecoin, just for a little safety. But on the bigger picture, remember, we do have this trend line that we will most likely, hopefully, we need to find support there. But if we do, we get a bounce here. Well, then, then things start looking better for altcoins. It may be a minute, we may have some more downside. This was a top area over here that we've got to, we got to chill out from. However, I would love to just see a higher low. Higher low would make me feel so much better. But it can do it here where we are now, or down here at 612 billion. Shout out to everybody hanging out here with me. Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles says, don't think we'll see any fireworks for a little while. Yeah. But I think we might have what will keep us might hopefully keep us afloat at these areas for Bitcoin. I'm hoping. SPL says Polygon. Let's take a look at a good old Polygon. I haven't looked at that one in a while. So zoom out a little bit on Polygon on Matic over here. Gee, I may need to zoom out more, huh? Oh man, you stiffed me on my measure move, man. Left me hanging, dog. Can't do me like that now. Come on. You gotta make me look like a man. One of these days I might have a course or something I need to kind of chill out here, dude. Come back and can't show you. What's up with that? Here's what we do, people. We get taking the line, you move it down there. No. All right, so what we got here? That's pretty cool. But it worked out. Oh man, it's just gosh darn it. All right, so clearly we got looking for a double bottom thing that did not happen there, right? So I feel pretty confident in kind of getting this stuff off the screen because, well, I don't want a bias to dissuade me from seeing what we got to work with right now. You suck, Matic. You didn't hit my target.
You suck, Rhoda.
Hey. Now, okay, so if we're touching here, then we came back and got another touch. That validated that. That kind of sucks. We just kind of dropped a little bit of a level there. All right, so we got touches. Let's see if we got any. Yeah, you got something in 3 areas there. I don't think it's necessarily the main thing we're looking for. Oh, wouldn't that be true? Well, if that came out perfect, I would be just freaking out. Keep our eyes on that little guy. So we got a higher low and another higher low. Just haven't got our higher highs in. Looks like she's playing by the rules. Oh, you even got up close to that 786 area. Oh, look at you. Ooh, and she's testing it. Now we came back for a retest. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. And she's saying, ooh, 886 area. You gave us a good discount. Now you're kind of hanging around this. Is it for real? Does that say 666? For real? Alright, that's crazy. Okay, I gotta see where the devil's at. Where you at? Where you hanging out, Lucy? Where you hanging out? There you are. You on the 12-hour. Holding us down like you always do, Lucy. This little red line right there is a 666 moving average. And I know it sounds crazy, but oh man, are you coming down here, baby? I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but there might be a chance to retest this area somewhere around 60 cents. Might get lucky and get about 63. But I'd be cautious. It's not the solid. It's not how solid is that trend line? I mean, there was a new trend line we got, a new angle, but it does seem to be respecting it. I don't like it being below this line, but it can probably bounce and get above it. There are some signs that other moving averages are looking pretty good there, but I just knew that one was at play somewhere. So I got the 4 hour here. Yeah, there she is too. Actually, that's a great target to shoot for. If we do find a bounce down here, maybe coming back to 666 area, and then bounce up to 888. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but just let's see. Okay. Oh gosh, I got too much freaking hair in my face. All right, so we take a look at Modic there. I figured it out. Your voice reminds me of Bob Ross. Maybe sometimes, but then other times it'll get squeaky and weird. I know it's when we get the jazz playing or the slow blues, I kind of go into Bob Ross mode. Let's take a look at a few of the coins that we normally look at here. Take a quick look at my little watch list over here, see if anything's standing out at me. I like a render. What am I on, the 4 hour? Let's take a look. Where are we at? Nailed it. What was that? I just all nailed it. This is too, man. Okay, I'm erasing it so we can see what's going on here.
Nailed it.
Sorry. And let's get these moving averages up here. Before we do, though, let's take a look at the moving average. 800, the 666, which is weird. 360, the 200, the 100, the 50 way up here. So they're all really strong. Momentum looks good on the daily for all the major moving averages. I'm going to turn some of those off. I like surrender. I'm trying to continue to grow a big bag of it, but I'd also like to see it kind of go up and make it more profitable for me. That's interesting that it respected that until we broke out and broke back in. I usually read that when we break back into a pattern that, well, we probably come down and retest the bottom of it, and that's where the 200 moving average is also hanging out. So if we can continue losing moving averages like this area around the 100, I would expect us to come down and retest that trend line and that 200 moving average, about 560. It's currently at what, 565 down here, but around 292, 587, anywhere along this trend line might be where we can see us come back down to. Let's take a quick little fib there, see what we got. It's just kind of suggesting about 561 right there. 786 fib area could be on the radar. If we don't find support at 734, might hold. We'll just put a little we'll code that one in orange as in cautious. But 560, 570, that looks like a good little area. Let's see if we go down there, but could happen. Oh, render. Looking at Ori chain. Now, see, there is something I do find concerning about this, because this is the same thing that I'm doing for Bitcoin if I break this down. So I find it Yeah, I do find it concerning if I'm seeing that same thing break down on altcoins. Is that a foreshadowing for Bitcoin? I mean, you know, these are kind of thoughts that are in my mind, but when I see patterns that repeat, then I have to consider that. And so we're also following Bitcoin in the channel, right? And that's exactly the same thing I did. We got a channel identified by the bottom trend line, and we were looking for it to come down and retest, which it seems to be what it's done on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin came down to it, bounced up, came back, and now we think it's bounced again. Whereas Chain and a couple of other altcoins have broke back in, and now they're retesting the bottom of the channel. So what I'm getting to is if Bitcoin decides to do the same kind of idea, well, at the bottom of our channel, Bitcoin is somewhere around $53,000. Not fun if that happens. And it's hard to imagine with all the bullish news with ETFs and demand for Bitcoin and the lack of supply thereof, and everybody's bought it and who's selling, you know, that it would just go down to some crazy low ass amount beneath what everybody, even the big dogs, have paid for it. It's kind of hard to imagine a scenario like that, but well, and again, what if Satoshi is the NSA and they decide to move that 1 million Satoshi, those coins? Who knows? So Chain is coming down here. Where did you go down to? Around 905. We're looking at the bottom of the trend line, about 981. Might have got its bounce, or might she be coming and flirting around down here? She looks like she needs to kind of do what she did over here a little bit. Probably a little bit what we run into. See the Ichimoku cloud getting kind of nice and thick over here, so that's actually kind of cool. We can kind of start touching it, we can get into it and get sucked out on the other side. So I'm not seeing anything just too overly bullish. I mean, we can rise up, maybe go up to $11, but you know, probably a range between $10 and $11 for a little while. I'm not seeing the big bullishness I'd like to see out of altcoins just yet. So I'm not really just flip-flopping or changing my tune. But it is the part of the market that we will see a lot of flip-flop in the. Mr. Miles says they want all of our Bitcoin, but they want it cheap. That is true. I'm stingy with my Bitcoin. It's too hard to get. It's too hard to hold on to. Mr. Miles says my hair might be long and road dogs, but I'm not sure. Man, I need to get mine cut. I remember when I had short hair, it was just easy. And then it was kind of easy when I had long hair, but now it's like, now you gotta start combing through it and brushing it, and sometimes I don't want to go through there, and I'm like, never had that problem with short hair. Cut your hair, hippie. Well, I'm trying to go over my list here. Let's take a look at Tokenmetrics over here. Refresh this page. Take a look at the most hot, at the trending coins that we got. Trending ones are Pinto, Bitcoin, Immutable, and Dog with Hat. Now, the ones that they got valued for trader grade, though. So these might be some hot ones that have some more of the movement, more volatility going on for traders. LP3 pool, haven't heard of that one. It says 3CRB is the ticker. Siemens token. I have not heard of any of these. What is this? BIM, Fast Token, NKYC Token, Sin Club, Bridge Tether. All right. There's OFN, Open Fabric. There's something. Rollbit. Wow, that's kind of wild. Let's check out the investor grades we got here. Why we got that, man? And we're looking at Smart Dex Z01 Have we got this on here right? Did I do something wrong? Investor grade. I feel like I stepped into the Twilight Zone or something. Okay, so it just changed everything on me. What the hell? No, that's what you got, right? SmartX, 01 Labs, Biobel, Mina Protocol, heard of that one, Venom, Alt Layer, the Mark Coin, Sneck, Alm AI, Floki, IX Swap, Alex Lab. Huh. Okay. If that's not different. Guys, if you got any coins you want to take a look at, throw them in the chat. I don't have much of a list tonight. I've been, I'm a boomer and I kind of threw my back and neck out. So this may be a shorter stream, and that's why I didn't stream the other night too. Gaspa, oh, I should have seen that coming. Let's take a look at Gaspa. Man, I've been hearing some people dissing Casper lately. I'm like, what? How dare you? Are you stupid? Are you talking bad about Casper? Oh man. Well, on the daily she's lost. She has lost her 200 moving average. That sucks, Casper. Why? Haven't yet seen the bear's cross of the moving averages there, but let's get that guy all the way. Oh, are we looking at that 9.5 cent area again? It could happen, but I'm not seeing what's until that 9 crosses that 200 moving average. That would make me think probably coming. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my network. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, know you know now. Best cause he could go on top, you not really. Let's see what we can figure out here for. Ah, there you are, Lucy. Wait, below Lucy, she's up here. Okay, but she's above the 800. That's kind of cool. And there we are, fighting with her on the 8 hour. 8 hour looks like it's going to be a decent time frame to mark this. 8 hour looks like a good time frame for Caspa. Actually, it's clean, easier to read, and respecting the moving averages really well on this one. All right, so what this one tells me, and I think this one is more representative of anything that I've seen. Notice it's got a green dot on market cipher here. Bouncing off of Lucy right here. That's good. You want to be on top of her rather than her being on top of us, right? Oh, that's her. So we've been hanging out with her, and she's kind of liking us, and so she might let us hang out over here around 13 cents again. That's where we got this 360 moving average coming in. So I see it basically in layman's term. We're kind of sandwiched between these two areas. So I think as long as we can hold this area about 11.5, and it looks like we're starting to find some support there. It looks like we might spend some time maybe bouncing up there. Might want to do some kind of double bottom thing. That could happen. But that's the next area of resistance I'm seeing is right around 13 cents. But after looking at the 8 hour and just seeing that we're touching off of this one twice. Good chance that good chance that will keep us from coming down to this 9.5 cent area. However, we'll lose it, then I'm definitely looking at it. But right now, seeing that, I'm thinking Caspa's getting ready to get a little bump up and play a range for a little bit. Interesting. Still, the biggest thing is that we lost this kind of trend line. It's not our main one though. And actually, I was trying to see if maybe we would be below it, but we're not below that one either. So it basically translates to mostly sideways for a while. I think we're going to see that with a lot of our altcoins, man. That kind of sucks. But that might be a reminder for us to come up with a better plan to, you know, pay ourselves when prices are up. I'm really liking the strategy that I got, and I will talk about it real quick because I think everybody needs a strategy, and I don't know if mine was very clear last run, but I got a decent one that I think will do pretty well. And I don't know, you might want to consider doing something like this yourself. But you know, we've got what, about maybe 18 months left in this bull market. We're estimating that 12 to 18 months, right? Another year and a half. Unless we get lucky and we got some kind of extended cycle, there is some evidence 2026 might come into play, and it might be something for altcoins. I don't know. We'll have to see that when we get there, right? But let's just say hypothetically, let's say you got, I don't know, let's say you got 100K in this market, right? Can we get the paintbrush out? Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's say, just say if you total up your bags and they're all worth 100K, well, you can definitely expect that to roughly at least 10x. And just depending on how it's distributed and what altcoins, you know, you could do, you know, there's lots of things you could do. But in general, we would expect, we're just, you know, a decent goal to shoot for would be about 10x for just your overall portfolio. And congratulations to people that make it work for more. But let's just say that that's what we think. Well, I would, with this plan that I've got, is every month take the value of whatever account. So let's say it comes up to 10,000. I've been looking at pulling out about 5, or, you know, find a percentage. And I'm thinking 5%. That's what I'm starting out with of that. So for this, that would be roughly about $5,000 a month, right? That's what I would shoot for to pull out in as cash reserves and, you know, pay myself basically. But stack that up somewhere. And then let's say the next month, well, if it's good and we're not going down, we're actually coming up. Well, maybe your portfolio is worth, you know, 115,000 the next month. Well, you get to pull out a little bit more, you know, but we'll just safely say it's about 5K. And let's say the next month, you know, well, it was a good month, and now you're looking somewhere. Now your portfolio is worth about 180,000. You had a good come up. Now I can't do the math. All right, so, oh shoot, he ain't a kidding. So let's say $6,000 that we take out of them. So I'd be pulling out money each month, but as this goes up, and let's say you make $500,000, we finally get it up there, because that will happen, right? Well, pulling out my 5 or whatever percentage of that. So each month I've got stacking up cash, and that's part of my exit plan, and still taking advantage of all the growth that is going. And that's basically the kind of strategy that I'm doing. I'm pulling out something about my goal, and I've not been as good because I've not been pulling it all out. So what I found for the last 2 months, I'm behind in pulling my money out. I got to step up my game and meet my goals. But so, you know, so let's say, I don't know, you're 5%, that's 5,000. So I just take that 5,000, divide that by 30 days, and then I got a daily goal that I can kind of shoot for. I don't have to do that, but, you know, it kind of helps me kind of keep track of if I'm getting above or getting below, and I'm behind now. But this way, there's always something, and you don't go broke taking profit, and you're not having to leave all your positions or anything. But this works good, I found, with my investment bags and things like that. And maybe my Degen accounts on, you know, it gives me a chance to go through at the end of the month, clean out the Degen bags that weren't, or underperformers, the ones that I'm not really sold on. And, you know, I'll take that as part of the money I'm pulling out. So that's just what's working for me that I'm sharing, rather than, you know, everybody's got their own thing. And you think you just got to, even when it comes to trading, you think you got to jump all in and jump all out when you first start. After you get in this, you realize, man, you got all kinds of options, man. And especially if you start getting into things like margin trading, spot margin, that opens up a lot of options. Perpetuals, that's more. But if you take advantage of some of these more traditional things that they put over here, the spot margin, it gives you a lot of flexibility, especially for if you're playing for something a little bit longer term. Mr. Miles, you're talking about DCA on the market. Yeah, you could look at it that way. However you want to. Yeah. Just did I had an actual plan. I guess it's more like time based rather than number based. Yeah, but yeah, look at it that way. Yeah, limiting yourself in and limiting yourself out. But the mistake that most people make is not doing it and then riding that roller coaster. And you think, I'm not going to ride that roller coaster. And then you find out that you're riding that roller coaster. That's how sneaky that roller coaster is, people. You don't know you're at the top until you're halfway through that. And you're halfway down to the bottom. You're like, oh, crap, I think we're in a bear market now. That's when everybody confirms it. Sadly, even this past time, I was like, I didn't want to have to confirm a bear. Nobody wants to confirm a bear market. I was like, well, we're going to wait for this confirmation. We wait for the last confirmation. Like, I guess we're in a bear market now. Should we sell? They're like, well, hell no, you're halfway in now, right? Your mentality just goes out the freaking window, man. So that's why I think if you do have a little systematic plan to pull something out, you don't have to worry with all that. You've already made up your plan. Just keep going by it. And if you're deviating from it, you know that it's the wrong voice to listen to. So I've just found that if I put little systems in place to help me keep me from making the same stupid choices I made before, it works out pretty good.
You were the sunrise, and I was the rain.
I don't know what this song makes me feel like. I feel like I'm in some kind of woodland sad movie. Some Grizzly Adams guy out in the woods that lost his love. She ran away because he farted at night from eating all the beans or something. I don't know. Mr. Miles says when Caspa first hit 15 cents, it bled out for 11 weeks before the next major move up. Right now we're 10 weeks into that last major move. I would love to see it get back up to 18 to 20 cents again. Anyway, I got my Casper miners mining and a churning and holding my bags and working another bag with spot margin to build it up. So in time, especially, I don't know, have they already done the Rust upgrade or something? Because it seems to be doing something faster as far as my mining goes. Kind of interested in that. Take a look at Floki. How you doing, Floki? We look at you last night. Basically, it's going sideways. Oh man, we got Lucy over here. No wonder. I'm just curious what the market will look like tomorrow. I'm still seeing right there, Bitcoin dominance is headed to the upside, and that's just not that great for our altcoins. I'm still seeing a lot of downs and sideways, but not bad. I think we're just kind of fizzle out for a little while and chill out around this area before we can make a little comeback. At least I hope and pray we don't ever lose this trend line. If we do, then man, I don't even have the most beautiful trend line there. That sucks. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, now you just changed the game to 605. Yay, just 40,000, 40 million, 40 billion coming up, maybe. One that I've been, as a real world asset play that I've been collecting over on CoinEx, and it's at a pretty nice place, or it was. Is it not now? Okay, she's come up a little bit. Oh, you got down to 1203. Oh, cool. Is Maple? Let's see what she's doing here. don't like that. I don't like that she broke that trend line. Now, if she comes back in and gets back in there and starts going bullish, that would be great. Would love that. It might happen. Moving averages are not horrible, but not great. The 100 crossed over these bigger ones. But that's the situation. I have to keep my eye out for that. If she does come up above. Can we draw this? If it comes up above here and holds support. Otherwise, it's a retest and down. That down, well, then of course that would be the best place to get a good deal, but she may drop a lot more than just a few dollars there, though. It's what I got my eye on over CoinEx. Take a look at Ondo. It's kind of popular at the moment and going sideways, so that's good. Dipped into this little buy zone. That was kind of cool. Down about 56 to 63 cents. I didn't get any of it at that price, and now we're just back to hanging out around, 75, 78, 80 cents. And I like BNB, man. I think BNB is showing a lot of strength personally. Now on the 4 hour, she's also could be like Bitcoin in an accumulation zone here, right? But coming at 591, man, she dipped down to about 519, but that's about it. She is looking extremely, extremely bullish to me. And very curious if BNB is breaking to the upside of this, what should be a bearish pattern, finding support, bouncing off of it. This would lead me to think that we're getting ready to see a big parabolic move out of BNB. So I'm very curious, and I could see I've got some targets at 849, even on up to 1082, which that's really the one I've got my eye on there. But interesting play for BNB. I think it's definitely one that might surprise everybody, especially from what I'm seeing here on the charts. Looking at FET fetch. Also seems to be flagging out and retesting the top of a trend line there for a megaphone pattern, which if it holds, then we could be looking at for some strong parabolic move to the upside. But man, moving averages look really good on FET, to be honest with you. If she comes down below where she is, she's at 213. Anything below that, into $2 range, I think is a good area to at least think about it, rechart it, and see if it fits into your strategy. But as long as she doesn't break back into this pattern, I'm liking this one. Respecting all these moving averages, the larger one so far. But it looks like we may come down and retest this 100 at some point. That could be days and days away, but that's somewhere around the 200. But about $2 somewhere through there could happen. Let's see what we got on the 4 hour, because there's some bullish signs here too. And like most altcoins, I'm just saying, you can. I know it's sucky. We got this trend line. If it doesn't hold, we're looking down, but ranging and then maybe even down. I just see a lot of ranging in altcoins for the shorter term, like as in for the most of this week. I don't see anything really, any bullish catalyst on the charts here for any big sudden moves in altcoins. I hope that changes, but I'm just not seeing it. Tau BitTensor's looking kind of cool. Well, I mean, cheap anyway. We'll say cheap. It's not like she's making you a millionaire. And my. Not quite made it down to my 386 target, but it looks like she's. Or did you? I think you did. And nailed it. She may be coming down even lower, like 380. I really need to see this one break back into that channel too, or else, man, don't want to see price deflate that much. I need to see Tau do something. Mr. Ball says Flux. Take a look at Flux here. I see Lucian on this one too, right? We just lost Lucy's moving average. You know, I would expect it to hold it. Well, the 800 anyway. I mean, that one's above the 800. That's kind of cool. But you got the 200 coming down. Ooh. So it looks like 80 cents may still be on the radar if this support doesn't hold. I know we could get, you know, we could say this and be a double bottom, and we could see that and come up and make a W and everything, but a lot of what I'm seeing here just kind of spells a lot of just sideways and just a down, you know, kind of dull, boring price action from altcoins is what I'm actually really seeing so far until we get something just a little bullish, start reclaiming some of these areas. I think we could still bleed out just little by little. That sucks. So yeah, AVAX is doing. AVAX has had some good news. That's Avalanche. Could it be a double bottom? Maybe, but she's got to reclaim some areas. She's hanging at what, $34 now? Seriously. And that... Yeah, I'm not crazy about that trend line either. My personal opinion, we were up here. Kind of the same thing I got to say there, you know. I mean, you can hope for a double bottom, but it really does look like we're kind of just doing, you know, some more down and sideways. Have to trade carefully in the altcoins, man. Stochastics are still at the top and they can be coming down, so ooh, losing some areas here. Let's take one more look at total 3. Look at it on the big picture here. Well, pretty much all the same stuff. We playing with the devil. And that's Lucy right here, the 6.6 moving average over the 800. Now, those should be all right, but we've just seen, you know, on some other altcoins where, you know, price can get below there, and doesn't mean you're going to have bounce off of it. Could be coming below it and play around. And even though right now we seem to be getting a little bit of a up, I just see a good possibility of just a lot of sideways and maybe a little bit more down out of some altcoins. Just a slow bleed with a little up and a little down, just enough to keep us guessing. Not the greatest to report on that, I'm afraid. I think all the tension's going to be back on Bitcoin, which we should probably take a look at now. We're at 63.5 right now, or 63.6 for Bitcoin. I likes that. It does look like maybe we got a chance for this to be our high or low there. And we need Bitcoin to get a higher low there. If we can get Bitcoin just to confirm this bounce and come up and make a higher high, if we can get up about 68,000 again, then our, you know, they can pull our altcoins up and make our bags a little bit more happier. But I think you'll find that Bitcoin will probably be making the bulk of all the happiness. What is that? But we can definitely see this trend line here. We got the breakout. We got some volume. They also got a red dot here on the 1 hour. I wouldn't worry about it, but just testing some areas. But our moving averages, I got 800, 600, the 300. So they're a little flip-flop, which doesn't give me, it doesn't make me think that we're just going to bump real crazy like the ETF moon. Oh, we're going to go to 70,000 tomorrow. No, we got some chop that we still got to work out with, and straighten out some of these moving averages on the smaller time frames. Especially the larger moving averages on the smaller time frames. Some of them need a little attitude adjustment. So it's going to be a little interesting to see how things progress and where they want to park us for this next weekend. But it does look like we got a good, decent chance, maybe, if I had to guesstimate where we might end up. Yeah, okay. That would leave us maybe coming up here to almost 66,000 and test Lucy's line up there on the 1 hour. Maybe if I had to make a call, I'd say that could be a likelihood, but yeah, I think she's going to have a hard time getting there, man. It'd be a lot of chop just to even get up there to get rejected. Guys, that's all I got tonight. See if I can be a little bit more entertaining and joyful tomorrow night, but it's time to make the donuts. Trade carefully. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night, and I will have a membership stream coming. I think I'm trying to shoot for Wednesday, and we'll have to see about what time. But thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate you, and keep God in your life. And just remember, you're trying to make that life-changing money because the world is going to hell in a handbasket. We want to be on a more positive side of that, so that is my goal anyway. And it definitely looks like every day our world is headed to hell a lot sooner than the day before, so play it as safe as you can, folks. God bless you. See you tomorrow night.
Come on, come here, bud.
I'm so tired.
You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out.
Little boomer.
Make it look like it's
Don't rub it in.
You won't make it to the finish line. Now, if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind.
Good night, John boy.